Hello.
Well, hello.
Welcome to podcast 49. Almost 50.
We're making it through, guys. Hello, everybody.
Almost half a hundred.
Welcome back to the Shedheads podcast, where I'm the co-host,
You are Skylar,
where I am not that.
and I'm the
I
other.
don't know.
I'm the other co-host, James.
As soon as we start recording, my brain just goes to fried egg mode.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
where we've been at.
we say our names now.
I mean, that's our names are like on the screen, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or the thumbnails was like so strange.
Rendering it not necessary for us to say them, but we did anyway. Well, maybe you're on Spotify, so there's that.
Damn, already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was like 1 minute in. I was like, oh, never mind. Way to fumble into that.
What are you talking about?
I have no clue. What are we talking about today?
Are we getting right into it?
Why not?
Okay.
We did last week.
Yeah, I guess so. I should have.
We did not.
I should have set my stopwatch up. So I guess I'll just do that whenever you're ready to talk about our first thing.
Sure. Well, what's on the itinerary?
We're talking about a movie, two movies.
Both of them. One, a cinematic giant, one that most people know. The other one is The Godfather.
All right. So Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and The Godfather, Part 1, because there are 3 parts. And we just watched the first one.
They're basically like different movies, as far as I can tell.
The first 2 are apparently pretty much continuation. I don't know about the third one because it came out like fucking 15 or so years later.
Yeah, the sequels. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just heard that they're not as good as the first one.
Really?
Yeah, and I heard that 3 was just terrible.
I heard that 3 wasn't very good, but 2 and 1 are both equally.
I heard 2 was it's better than 3, but I don't know. I heard mixed things about it.
I don't know who.
Not incredibly mixed. It's mostly it's not as good. They always say it's not as good as 1.
Yeah, I don't know who you heard from because I've seen apparently a lot of people think 2 is better or just as good. Either way, it's kind of funny because we're not talking about Godfather first. We're talking about yours first.
Why do we do this?
I don't know.
Why do you let this happen?
Well, because we just talk and that's the way it goes.
Yeah, but you're the one steering this boat. It's like you turn around from the wheel and you're like, oh, look, now we're at White Castle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? While we're here, fuck it. Let's just get a suitcase of burgers.
Why not?
And some food poisoning and fucking sweaty naps.
Tease how much we know about The Godfather, which isn't much for me. And I assume for you.
What? How we got to White Castles? How we don't know much about The Godfather?
Yeah. That's a fluent conversation.
What? How'd you get there? What?
Let's talk about your movie first.
Okay.
Right now. The Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit from 2005, I think. I wrote it down. Yes.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, 2005. DreamWorks. I guess one of their good movies.
Yes, the Wikipedia.
Yeah. Wait, the Wikipedia?
The good old-fashioned... It's 2005. That was the same year as...
Wikipedia, apparently.
That was the same year as the third Star Wars movie. Not the third original one, Revenge of the Sith.
I thought you were going to say the third...
Came out the same year, wow.
The third Shrek.
No.
I don't know when that came out, but...
That was after. That was way after.
I would have thought so.
I thought 2009 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2008, who knows.
So,
Strange time.
I did take a handful of notes. I didn't do a whole shit ton, as they would say.
These are some fresh topics too, hot off the brains.
Yeah.
So it's more of a impressions, I guess.
Yeah. So what did
How
you?
Was it Wallace and fucking Gromit?
Yeah.
It's your first one.
Yeah. Are there more movies?
No, but there's a show. There's the one movie.
Right.
And which is this one, and then they had a show, which went on for 2 seasons, and then the studio burned down. They lost everything.
When was that?
It was a while ago.
Well, yeah, but
Like 90s, I think. I don't know. Hold
Okay.
on. Let me Googs real quick. Hit up old Googs, you know.
I just felt like this Wallace and Gromit has like kind of a classic charm to it. I feel like it's older.
Yeah, it released in 89.
Okay. So
like it ran. It says it's running till present, which I don't know if that's not true, is it? I haven't seen anything Wallace and Gromit in a while. There's been like rumors that they've been like well, that's what they did for the movie. Like the movie came out afterwards. So like there were rumors that they were gonna be like revamping the show because now they got these all these resources. At least I think the movie came out afterwards. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I would think.
It's just my general knowledge of Wallace and Gromit.
I would guess.
Any Grom stands, like, please.
So that makes sense why it has sort of a vintage quality. 89.
Oh yeah, it's all 100% claymation.
Yeah, and to a child born in 1997, something from 89 just feels like that. I guess. I
don't know. I feel that way with early 2000s stuff.
Really?
Like when I see cartoons and like how shows were. I don't know. It's just like
how shows were.
Yeah, because they all talked in this like same like radical voice.
Oh,
come down to Chuck E. Cheese where pizza's $8.99. Like,
yeah, no, it was definitely the era of like wrestling T-shirts and
fucking green ketchup and like other gross shit, slime,
big pants. Actually,
goatees and weird sunglasses.
Yeah, I said wrestling T-shirts, but it's really like the wrestling pants.
Yeah,
yeah. All my friends wore them.
See that for me is already way more dated than Wallace and Gromit ever could be.
Yeah, and then I made new friends. Yeah, Wallace and Gromit is a more wholesome time for sure. What did you want to say about
I feel like
this?
these two movies are pretty similar.
Yeah,
they're both movies.
I get that vibe as well. But did you want to drop any reason you recommended this or your history with Wallace
what do you mean? You haven't
Gromit?
seen Wallace and Gromit? You haven't seen the movie? I want you to watch the movie and get back to me.
Oh,
isn't that the point of the show?
Well, yeah, but usually you recommend something because you like it, and
I do like this movie.
Yeah. How much do you like it?
I grew up on it.
I'm asking you to give me some background on what you think of it first.
I grew up on it. No, this is your reaction to it. That's not how this works, buddy.
Okay.
You just want me to drive, that's what. Okay, fine.
Well, I don't really... I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, you just start.
Okay. Well, guys, this is the movie that taught little old Skylar how to laugh.
Really?
Pretty much. I don't know. I think if Three Stooges was close. I watched a lot of old shit.
Yeah, damn.
Like how you're watching old shit now.
You didn't laugh until you were 8 years old?
No.
No wonder you're such a bump on a log.
That sounds like a fucking like the story to a Disney villain or some shit.
Yeah.
I didn't laugh until I was 8 years old. Yeah, I didn't laugh until I was 9. How old are you? 10? That just came out of my brain. That's impressive.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was a pretty great movie.
Yeah.
Quite enjoyable.
The thing is about like Wallace and Gromit is that it totally uses the fact that it's claymated to its its style pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, it runs hard with it. And that you get like all the characters like expressions. Hell, Wallace's fucking face, like what is that? Like look at him. It looks like a smoother Crocker.
This is another
but, like without the hair and glasses and like not senile.
Mm-hmm.
Just totally like opposite.
His mouth comes off his face.
Yeah, his mouth is like all wide and stuff too. Like Gromit's like the least expressive thing in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he's like the funniest.
So yeah, I didn't even write a note on the visual aspect of the film.
How fucking could you?
Well, because that's why it's like
so pretty.
It's like obviously it's like one of those. We did I forget which movie we did a little while ago. Where it was, I think, Spirited Away. I was just like, the visuals, duh. That was my note, and that might as well be a note for this because it's really cool.
The visuals, duh.
Like,
let's just let's start everything with that. Every movie or game now, just the visuals, duh. Anyways,
I don't know how much you can say about that would be, unique to say.
Well, yeah, if you just say visuals, duh.
The whole thing is actually clay-made, right?
Yeah.
So that's always extremely impressive, obviously.
I want to see the fucking PS2 game remastered now to make it look like Link's Awakening. We could do that shit.
Yeah.
Give me a clay-made Wallace and Gromit game, god damn it.
I will say...
I will turn to Alex Jones in like 1 second.
I will say at first I was it really, the game is too faithful at the beginning. Because
all it does in the beginning is like you drive to like the place and you do the gamified scene in the movie.
Yeah.
And then you go fuck off in the back, and that's all we played.
Seeing the places from the game, which obviously were first from the movie, I was just like, oh no. Like it was making me think of that terrible game.
You're remembering that rabbit that wouldn't quit.
Yeah.
Guys, go watch that video. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
That's where I learned he didn't see this movie.
Yeah. And I never thought about how we'd be talking about it later. What was I going to say about that part? Who's that what's the name of the dude? You probably don't know. Huh. The girl, the Toddington.
Yeah.
Her douchey boyfriend.
I honestly forget. It's escaping me right now. Hold up. Let me toss up the letterbox real quick.
Yeah, I didn't bother to memorize his name at all.
I honestly, like, now that you brought it up, I completely fucking forget.
It was said quite frequently, and even throughout the movie, I was just like, "Oh, what's your name?"
Victor. God damn it! Yeah, Victor.
Victor. Right.
Now, as soon as I read that, I heard Toddington say it.
He's another goofy.
I've watched this movie a lot, believe it or not. So I'm like, how did I forget his name?
You
did the Jedi mind trick because you're like, you probably won't remember. And you're like, yeah, you're right. Now I won't probably remember.
He's got another interesting head formation.
I love his hair.
Yeah.
He also got them gobby lips too.
It's all head under that hair too, right? At least I guess.
Oh yeah, he looks short. He just has a funny design.
Yeah.
Just a stumpy, crude little man
with a really tall head. Like if Marge Simpson's hair was all her head as well. Be really funny.
Man, it really sucks. I'm looking through the letterbox. They didn't credit Gromit's voice actor at all.
Wow.
That's tough.
It is unfortunate.
That's an outrage, dude.
I mean, he's right there in the title.
Yeah. He's literally half of Wallace and Gromit. Where's his credit?
That's unheard of.
Bullshit.
So I thought I did find it funny, which was great for something that is, aimed at children at least. Or
give me an example. What scene did you laugh at?
Oh, I don't know. I might have written something down. A lot of scenes with the rabbit that turns into Wallace. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. That's like the peak of the movie when you see him and he's just in his vest. He's like, "Good day, Gromit."
Yeah, I said the rabbit as Wallace is hilarious. Ooh, I do like a bit of gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola.
I thought that was great. And then
he talks so funny.
Yeah. And then when shit gets serious and he just goes upstairs, he's like, "Good night, Gromit."
Off to bed now.
I'm gonna head out. Yeah. I just love that.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, so I found him particularly funny.
Wait, didn't it reveal it when the rabbit was like, cheese?
Oh, and
also when it builds up to that giant cage and you just hear the loud ass burp. Classic.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Funny. I wanted to give you something else that I thought was funny, and then we'll talk about that.
Oh,
Um,
funny.
So something else I put. The I didn't know how else to describe the scene, and I didn't want to forget it. I said the way that Wallace looks through the window and like kind of like.
Oh yeah, at Tauntington.
At Tauntington, and then she just starts crying. Like it's not just that; it's the context of the scene. If you've seen
It's like
it.
the biggest,
So
dopiest
funny.
looking face too.
like he just very rudely, in her eyes, like kicks her out of his place when she's professing her feelings for him,
But
and then
he's
he
turning
just like
I love it. And his tail it like pops out of his ass.
yeah, and then
like
he
in his
looks at
pants.
her out the window, and goes. Like it's just that's some good shit right there.
I love that the rabbits all pound their chest too, and he becomes when he becomes the were-rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucking plan that they have, like they come up with, their first thing is to like, all right, let's make a giant lady were-rabbit
Mm-hmm.
on top of the roof, and Gromit can like make her move with the pulley system on the back.
Right.
And Gromit was like, oh yeah, sure.
And he
Sounds
just
great.
he's in the back.
And then they drive under a tunnel. Oh yeah, but he's like, oh, get me. We got Gromit dancing sexy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, put a little spice in it, lad.
He's in the back puppeteering
Yeah.
the giant bunny. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. So let's see. Actually, because you mentioned the burping, I did note like that I wasn't too big on the sound design. Where's the actual note on it? Yeah, I said I guess they kind of just skimped out on some of the sound choices with like, for as much as the animation's great and the writing is actually comedic in a kids movie. We got that burp sound effect like 3 times, and it's just a like stock one that's used kind of everywhere. So like that kind of maybe like I wish they just kind of made a new one for the movie or something, or at least used a different one each of the 3 times it was used, because I wrote it down whenever.
Sure.
There's also a
Good chance though most people won't notice that.
Yeah, I guess so. I know because it was used, that same effect was in this kind of shittier, later watered down version of Crash Team Racing called like Crash Double Dash, or not Double Dash, that's Mario.
Yeah.
Crash Nitro Kart or something or other. The Double Dash ripoff that Crash did. Yeah. It was like press X to burp or fart or something, and it like that was among the stock effects. But yeah, there was also a Wilhelm scream, which I'm sure you noticed as well. And I noted a common air deflation sound. Just I don't know. It seemed like the sound design was surprisingly lazy compared to how, unique everything else is for Wallace and Gromit and for this movie.
I mean, I can agree with like the burp if it's been used multiple times. But
Yeah,
like, otherwise the other ones, like if they're just stock effects, like that's not inherently like a fault of the movie.
No, but
like other things could use stock effects.
I'm not gonna call it a fault, but for me, it took away from it.
Sure,
took me out of it a
you
bit.
notice it.
Yeah,
Well, that's a line that critics have to like learn to, like, because a lot of movies are gonna follow like the same trends and everything. It's like a lot of the one. That's why Rotten Tomatoes is like a garbage website to look at most of the time. Because critics are like, oh, it's been done before, you know. Not saying you're doing that. I'm just like, I kind of went off on a tangent.
I get you. But yeah, I would say that particular burp effect took me out of it. That's just me.
It's pretty cartoony sounding.
That's
but
just,
I was just like, heh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's maybe just me, but they did use that exact clip all 3 of the times.
I mean, it's a good sounding burp though, too. It's like cartoony. It's like so good it's cartoony, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know. I think every time I think belch, I think of Barney from The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I think I know what you're getting after this podcast now.
The only other thing I noted that like wasn't, I guess, like, again, that seemed like, oh, why'd they skimp out on that? Because they did great and everything else. It was really quick, but there was like a really cheap looking rain overlay that didn't look very good. When Mr. Toupee, I guess that's what I called him, when he went over to the priest's house, and then I said, luckily it lasted just a few seconds. It looked like pretty strange for how visually interesting the rest of the movie is, I guess. You probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking
exactly
about. Yeah, it was really quick. But
another small detail.
yeah, I just wanted to note it. Let's see. I thought the greenhouse scene must be one that you really love. Or it's just one innuendo after another.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
The fact that they got that and still got whatever, like PG, I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of dick imagery. Not
as a
really.
kid, I was just like, I bought it.
Right. And just every time he sees like,
I think I got the melon thing. Like earlier in the movie, and let's see. There's another greenhouse scene where she takes him up and she shows him her giant carrot.
Yeah.
That when I was a kid, I was like, wait, why the fuck are they moaning?
Yeah, you said,
I was like, why the fuck are they making it sexual? It's just a carrot. I don't get it. This is stupid. But now I'm like, I see.
No, yeah, the melon thing. She was like, he doesn't appreciate my melons or something, and then he was just like, oh, I won't make that mistake. I already forget what his voice sounds like. So,
I like that impression of Wallace. Bootleg Wallace.
I mean, yeah, those are pretty much my notes. I said I just took like a little handful, so, yeah, I thought it was good. If you wanted to take it into another direction, then I'll probably have more to say.
That's really it. You're that like 20 minutes.
It is,
bro. You need to work on that endurance.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know.
Did
you
you
used to like pop off on movies and stuff?
Well, I noted what I thought was worth discussing in specificity, I guess.
Year.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it's not supposed to all be about me. What do you have to say?
I mean, I was just like sharing other scenes and shit.
Yeah.
Let's let like the fucking monster coming into the priest, like his church, and then like the rabbi, and then he like plans like how to kill the were-rabbit.
Right.
Like he has all these books on folklore and everything. He just becomes like a wizard. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The priest character cracks me up.
I did. I guess it doesn't add to that, but my mind started wandering about other stuff I could mention.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting that the main, I guess he's the main antagonist, right? The
Victor?
Yeah.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Look at him. He looks like Wario.
Yeah.
It's minus the mustache.
He does.
And the hair.
It was interesting that it was kind of centered around him wanting to shoot the rabbit. The rabbit, of course, being revealed to be Wallace.
Yeah.
Which was also cool. I like that. I didn't remember that. So.
Didn't remember that he was a rabbit?
Yeah. Because I think like I think
yeah, we already talked about it.
Yeah, I think I did see this in theaters.
Oh, I see.
But I didn't remember any of it.
Damn, how do you wipe your memory like that?
I mean, it was 2005. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember when I was in theaters watching Spider-Man in like 2002.
Not really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. I've seen a lot.
No, I watched Spider-Man 2 in theaters. I watched Spider-Man 1 at home.
No, I don't have very strong theater memories. I remember seeing the SpongeBob movie in theaters. That's about it. I guess that was the same year or around this, maybe before.
I guess there are like forgettable movies.
Oh yeah, there's lots of them. But yeah, I didn't remember that Wallace turned out to be the were-rabbit. And yeah, I thought it was interesting that he was trying to shoot him the whole time. Because I would think by 2005, they'd already decided kids can't watch that.
And that's stupid.
Oh yeah, it's stupid.
Use the word.
No, I think it's stupid, but that's not, we all know that.
Yeah.
I was more surprised that
there've been guns in kid shit. There've been guns in Disney cartoons. Disney cartoons.
Yeah.
Me.
No, there have, but not like in the recent years, No,
not like fucking like fully automatics and shit, but like still. I mean, no, even then, like fucking, yeah, Looney Tunes, someone will just pull out a fucking fully automatic.
Yeah, I mean, Looney Tunes is old as shit.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Dodgy sometimes, but like, I don't know, man. It's dumb.
Right. I wasn't trying to take a stance. I think it's obvious where I stand. I just was pointing out that I'm surprised in 2005, there were guns in a kid's movie.
I'm not.
Huh, okay.
I'm not at all, really.
All right.
I don't know, like they've been pretty common, and that's like implying that like people will like see this movie and be like, oh, there's a gun in it, I'm not gonna show it to my kids.
I don't know what you're on about, but all right. So
okay, fine, leave me off this cliff. All right, keep going.
Well, what do you mean?
Cause like whatever, never mind. It doesn't matter. I lost the conversation anyway.
Yeah, I was saying how the people who rate movies kind of play into the for lack of a better term, pussification of film, and especially when it comes to younger audiences. So I'm kind of surprised to see this in a movie post 2000. If you're thinking,
I guess so, but I mean that's kind of like I don't get it. Whatever.
Okay. Well, what don't you get?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, what else did you have to say?
I don't know.
No?
Yeah, you go on.
For this movie, I don't know. I was kind of done with my notes.
Interesting. All right, well then I don't have much else to add. I got nothing else there.
All right.
I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was. And that was refreshing.
This movie definitely like hits you like beat after beat, like consistently with all like the with how many jokes that it comes at you with, different plot points, things like that.
A lot of visual gags.
Yeah. The movie's so excellent with like its cartoon humor. Yeah,
and it's very suitable for adults as well. So I think that's great. It's not in the vein of, modern Pixar or Disney by any means.
Modern in that they're both shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this movie's not shit.
Right.
Congrats, movies. You get that label. You get a not shit out of 10. That's my rating.
Yeah. So, yeah. Happy to have watched a good movie that was directed at a younger audience.
And adults can still enjoy and all that good fun shit. Now you can see how awful the game is in comparison.
Yeah, or at least you can see like we didn't get that far. It wasn't.
No.
We didn't really know how to get any further though.
I feel like I'm pretty positive like the opening scene in the movie beats the opening part in the game.
I don't know.
You get that whole like you get the whole fucking Rube Goldberg machine that Wallace made?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he always does that shit too. In the show, like it's really fucking fun to see like what he comes up with, like how he's gonna butter his toast.
Right.
You know.
It made me.
I'm sorry, cheese's crackers. Spread that burry, bitch.
Right. It made me curious, about the show, I guess, because I didn't even really know that he was an inventor.
Oh, he's a genius. I mean, the movie gets that across like right away.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, here's this alarm system that like they've constructed to get them out of bed. I'm like, look how elaborate like his place is. Dude's a genius.
Oh yeah.
This company, he invented it. Yeah.
So. Yeah.
In the game, it's just like, he's Wallace the cheese. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah.
I didn't even remember that.
Cheese and bread. Yes.
I thought the cheese coming out of the wall to wake him up was pretty great.
Oh yeah, so it just slaps him in the face.
Yeah.
And then he gets too fat later.
Yep. He has to get pushed through the floorboards.
With the fucking hammer. Yeah.
Yeah. There's the one lever.
Oh,
and then
that tickles me.
The second lever just called assistance. And that's the hammer. That's the hammer lever. So yeah, I thought there was
assistance.
It throws some good laughs per minute at you.
I like how that's a measurement, laughs per minute.
Yeah. LPM.
I heard Anchorman was really funny. Oh, is it? How many laughs per minute does it have?
Yeah. Exactly.
0.66. Damn, that's not nearly as much as Wallace and Gromit. Wallace and Gromit is like 0.30.
Did you see Anchorman?
I don't know. No, I haven't.
Okay.
Don't make me watch it, please.
Oh, I should now. It's been a while. I don't think it's really that good, but
I don't like Will Ferrell.
No one does.
No, a lot of people do. Like everyone I've met loves Will Ferrell.
That's strange.
Like you're the only one I've seen who doesn't like him either.
I mean, yeah, since a pretty young age, Elf's probably his best thing. And that's still like
probably can agree with that.
It's just all right. As far as I remember anyway.
I've seen Step Brothers and I did not like it at all.
Haven't seen
that movie was painful to sit through.
I've heard from you.
Yeah.
A lot of people do like it, but I've still...
There were some parts that like I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. Like boats and hoes.
I heard I think from I Ate Everything that I Ate Everything, is that what I just said?
Yeah, that's your channel.
Yeah. From I Hate Everything that he tends to even when a joke is like the slightest bit funny, then he'll just harp on it till it's not and explain it and go over the top with it, and that doesn't sound very fun.
They just beat it into the ground.
Mm-hmm. So that's Anchorman, everyone. I guess.
Yeah, that's Anchorman. That's like the 2 minutes. There you go. In Wallace and Gromit. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed this movie and found it funny.
Yeah, I did.
You now know a Wallace and Gromit.
I do. Did you have anything else you wanted to add? Hooray.
Hope that picked it up. That was probably gross for people, but hey, some people out there have a fetish like that. Well, I'm serving them.
They appreciate that.
Yeah, so they appreciate it. That means you should appreciate it.
I also appreciate it. So I guess that I've pretty much said my thoughts. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. How about you?
It's a not shit out of 10.
That's pretty good.
It's like one of the best ratings you can get.
How not shit is that?
I don't know. In my letterbox, it's 8. I don't know if I agree or disagree with it.
Okay, because you rated it a little while ago.
Yeah, a little while ago.
Okay. So we'll go with that then.
Let's go with hard 8, light 9.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Transition, guys. Did you know that we have a Patreon now?
We don't.
We don't. That was a lie.
We lied to you.
But if you want to give us money, you can. There's nothing stopping you.
Except that I've implemented no way for you to do so. But if you meet us,
But you can reach out. You can let us know in the comments. Like, hey, free $200 gift card for iTunes down below, shady link.
or IHOP, and then I'll say,
IHOP.
why didn't you get Denny's?
Yeah, like, why would you spend $200 in IHOP?
Hooray.
Just in general. Their pancakes are not worth it.
My cat's eating your keys.
Yep.
Okay.
It's okay, let her learn.
So, I guess we'll transition then into
This is the transition.
Okay. Then The Godfather, everyone.
Hello.
The first of them.
Fuck did I say hello?
I don't know why you said hello.
Oh, help. I'm going insane.
I took like pretty much no notes on this, so except, the year it came out, 1972.
The same year as Dark Side of the Moon. I think.
Perhaps. I don't know. And directed by Francis Ford Coppola, something like that.
It's also 30 years before the Spider-Man movie.
Wow.
The first one.
That's cool. I believe that he also did Apocalypse Now, which is pretty good from what I remember.
You mentioned that movie before a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't you see it?
No.
No? I thought you'd come into my English class.
Oh, yeah, I saw it before. Yeah, it's that movie.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty good, but I need to see that movie again.
That movie's great.
Yeah.
I just forget the name of it.
Yeah. So, what did you think of The Godfather? Pretty big.
What did you think of The Godfather? You're a wreck.
Oh, you want me?
I don't know. Hello, May. Don't throw up on the couch,
no.
please.
Well,
okay. Get it on the carpet.
She always throws up on the carpet. Just throw up on the hardwood. Come on.
Or on the hardwood. Well, I guess she's taking it back in.
Okay.
Like a champ.
Oh, God.
I'm surprised cats do that.
I never love when a cat starts hacking it up, but I don't think anyone loves that.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Well,
it's just like, it's just a thing they do.
So, okay. Yeah, what'd you think?
Well, I just watched this not like an hour and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh off the brain.
And I watched it last night. I watched both of them yesterday.
I've got like no problems with this movie.
Really?
Well, like maybe the only one to front load it is that I think it's a bit bloated.
Yeah.
But it is like a slow burner. It like the pacing needs to take its time in order to tell its story and develop the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And get the more realistic underground type of tone.
Mm-hmm.
Of the whole movie. So yeah. I love the time era. I love Italy and Rome in general.
Mm-hmm.
I love the mafia. I love this movie.
Italy and Rome?
Yeah. Sicily, wherever.
Oh, right. Yeah, Sicily.
Yeah. That's the triangle on the boot of Italy.
Right. Okay. Where does most of this movie take place?
Well, like the main...
I thought it was New York. Why did I think that?
I thought that they were... I don't even fucking know now. No, they're definitely in Italy. In like the beginning part of the movie. And that's where like the Corleone family is based around. There's a lot of other like factions in New York. Possibly because they immigrated to there. Or to and from, like across the sea.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Okay.
That's what I imagined, at least, because like a lot of people, I think mostly from Ireland, like it immigrated to New York, like that was where they ended up when they went to America.
Right.
I don't know about Italy, like not Italy, Ireland, like specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember like learning that.
Because I just had to check where it says it takes place. It says New York on here, but they're definitely an Italian family. Yes.
Yeah, there were many parts where it looked like Italy.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like not New York.
Sure.
There are lots of places in New York. I'm sure.
Yeah. let's see. So yes. In what way do you think it's bloated? Just like how long it is, or
And that near the latter half of the movie, it is just I kind of got the feeling of like, oh, this is just like it's kind of scene by scene by scene, you know?
mm-hmm.
It's like we're on from one thing onto the next onto the next.
Sure. For me,
I don't think it's really a fault though. Like I'm not saying that strictly.
For me, the bloat maybe comes from there's just so much to keep track of, so many characters, so much. Like there were some scenes where you like see someone die, and then like at least I was like, wait, who was that?
I figured you were gonna have trouble like with this movie.
Yeah.
It is pretty dense to follow.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot
I
happening.
didn't have too much of trouble with it.
One person I didn't know, there were a few times where I was just confused by exactly what happened.
I mean, when Sonny got killed, I was like, oh shit, they killed Sonny.
When Sonny got killed, I was like, who are the people that killed him?
When the big dude got killed, I was like, oh shit, the big dude got killed. I think his name is
Luca.
Luca, I think.
Luca. Yeah.
Luca.
Because that was a cool kind of thing. Like now I understand the name of that song on the brand new album, Devil and God.
Why?
Because track 8 or 9 is called Luca, and it's got a line in there about having friends among fish. And in this movie, after they killed Luca, they sent the fish.
Yeah, they sent the message.
Yeah, and he says he sleeps with the fishes now, or something.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. And I wasn't expecting that. Every now and then, a reference is made in something I enjoy, and I don't look into it. Then I see something else, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, details like that are neat.
That's where that came from. Yeah.
Though sleeping with the fishes is a common saying.
Right. Let's see. So yeah, I took almost no notes. I really liked the when Michael was going to go kill the two guys who did the hit on his dad. When he's in the bathroom he gets the gun. I really liked the way I guess score or something just kind of swells up.
Oh yeah, it used a lot of ambient noise to build that tension. Oh yeah, that was a very a stressful scene.
I was like, I feel like that's exactly it really made me feel like Michael. No, but I could imagine if I try to put myself there mentally, when you're about to do something really daunting like that, it almost feels like that, some kind of disorienting brain fuzz, you know?
Yeah, really express the emotions of the character.
Yeah.
And how, what situation he's really gotten himself into. You can really tell the weight set in on his mind in this scene. And at that point, since it spent a lot of time in the bathroom and a lot of weight on him finding the gun and looking at it, looking at himself in the mirror, I was like, oh shit, he's thinking about whether or not he has to. Because the people at that point, in that scene, have been fairly nice to him. And even the other dude who's speaking to him in Italian, I don't know his name, but he hit his he hit his brother. Yeah, that's the guy that killed Sonny. Yeah, and he was like, look, I want this to end here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And even the cop was starting to kind of simmer down and just be a bit more jovial.
Right.
Or because he got a cop a feel on him.
Back to what you were saying with the Sonny death part.
Sure.
Yeah, do we know who all those people are that killed him, or are we just, they don't need to go into that? It's just,
it's another family.
It's
the guy that he met with, that Michael met with.
How was that set up? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we do know that. I don't remember most characters' names in this, but the one daughter of Vito, her husband
Colleen?
Connie, I think.
Connie.
Her husband, the guy that she married, the piece of shit. I guess he played a part in getting that whole thing set up. So, yeah, just to clear up what I was confused about. There was a scene where they took, there was like 3 guys in a car out in the desert, and then one of them gets out, and then the guy in the back seat shoots the guy in the front seat. Who were those people? I was a little confused with how many characters were going on at that point. I was like, who? What?
Well, there was like an escalating back and forth between like the two,
families.
I think not two. I think it was like it started to become more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
right. So yeah, most of anything that, I mean, it's not really negative that I'd say about it, but just like stuff that kind of I felt like, oh shit, what's going on? There's a lot going on. Just came from not having a full grasp on all the events taking place.
that sucks.
Yeah. And that's not the fault of the movie. They just throw a bunch at you, and makes it kind of worth maybe a rewatch if you're like me and don't pick up on everything at once, so you can get that full grasp on it.
You're at the crime drama, like,
yeah,
it's all about the situations that are happening, but there's more than that too. Like, there's a lot of, like, the whole movie centers pretty much around not pretty much, it centers around Michael's whole arc into taking over the family business,
right,
where he wanted nothing to do with it,
right. And let's see. So what made him, I don't know what made him want to be out in the field like right away. Like he did assume the role rather quickly, huh?
No.
Well,
Like, he got in there because he was angry that someone tried to kill his father.
Yeah,
that they were still trying to.
right.
And even law enforcement was like, beating him up and shit. There was like that whole scene where they're like, you're taking it too personal.
Yeah.
And like the whole part where it changes for him, it's like, no, this is business. Like, he reasons his way out of it. And like, there's that whole ambiguity thing again where it's like, oh, how much of it is really business here?
Right.
Like, for Michael's sake, like, you can argue that, and I'm the believer that, like, oh yeah, it was business, but like, there's of course something personal in Michael that's making him want to do that,
right?
Because otherwise he wouldn't have even have taken the role like so quickly. I would have left it up to Sonny otherwise.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was a little surprised that it was Michael who insisted on going to the dinner with them and not Sonny.
Well, Sonny would have just been a red flag because he's a hothead.
Yeah, he sure is.
Michael was the one that just would seem to talk. It would get the jump on them, essentially.
Right. There was a scene in here that pretty much at the end, definitely made me think like the similar scene that happens at a point in Breaking Bad without spoiling anything. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It made me think that it was a nod to this, especially with how big this was for the genre.
What scene?
Well, I'll tell you the scene I'm talking about in this movie. At the end where they're at at Vito's funeral. And it's intersplicing the clips of all the different families getting killed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With Michael getting baptized.
Yeah.
In the background, the baby crying.
Yep. And
all very Just kind of fitting that these two things all these things are happening at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I get what you mean now with that. Yes, it's a very much like, it's an organized thing. But I think like what's happening, like the context of the scenes are way different.
Oh yeah, but I could see it as like visually a nod, maybe. That'd be cool.
I don't know, but sure, I guess.
No, I'm not saying it has to be, but could be. Either way, same vibes, and I love it. I did know that I don't know how much we needed like the Michael and Cicely scenes. Like, if anything, those could have, or at least some of them could have been taken out to make the movie a little shorter, because ultimately, like, I guess the point was to show this happening over, like, his development happening over a period of time, but it seemed strange and random to me that he suddenly like fell in love with this other girl, and then they get married, and then she dies, and then he just comes back, and then that all happens from in like kind of the middle part of the movie. Like, so he goes through this whole arc in Sicily, and then he just comes back because now his brother's been killed. And I get that it's important to show that he went into hiding for a period, and it could be seen as like building with his development to have him go through this experience, have them kill his girlfriend or his wife or whatever at that point, to give him extra motivation. But they killed his brother as well, so I don't know how much we needed it. And I don't know, this is a movie where you could lose some people because of, you know, how long it is. So maybe, what do you think about that? I think you get what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
You might not agree, but
I don't.
Sure.
Just because I don't fully buy that like his time in Sicily was really any arc for Michael. I mean, they're contributors, but it would be at the end, you know, where his car, you know, they rig his car to explode, that they found him, that they still want his head, and he's gonna really need to up his game, so that people around him doesn't get hurt. Like, it's another lesson for him, another trial, and basically him like leaving. What I gather, he's still trying to like set up this whole kind of other life.
Yeah,
and it's kind of ambiguous, like whether or not he really felt anything for the girl, but like it's the same could be said about Kay. Like, frankly, you know, he's just really distant when it comes to relationships. He just saw her, was like, "Yep, you're hot," or the love at first sight thing, and all of that. Like, that's because there's this long stare between them. There's building all this tension and stuff, and I think the movie shows exactly what it needs to show, because it doesn't like. It doesn't even be like give a pity scene to the character. It's like, no, you're literally just here for which I guess says something about like the characters. Maybe if it were like another half hour longer, we could have gotten a bit more substance, but I don't think that's what it was going for, because what the whole family is, it was kind of more of an arranged marriage, so there wasn't going to be much depth between the two. So they're just like, here, we're going to get the basics out of the way, here we go. But here's like some little details that shows that they spend some time together and they enjoy their company. Like when they're walking together, and when they're in the car, they're like bantering to each other.
What did you think I was arguing?
I mean, I was just kind of going over stuff.
Okay. No, I was
kind of like,
I wasn't saying I wanted it.
Trying to dissect it and discover its purpose.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't saying I wanted more from it. I was saying like the opposite. Like, I didn't need it.
No, yeah. I know you were saying that, but I'm saying like that's what it got across in all those scenes.
Yeah, I guess it didn't do that for me. I felt like to not see him in Sicily would have been just fine, and we could have focused on what was transpiring over the time that he was gone.
And we got that too.
Yeah, but intercut with a lot of this stuff that to me was a bit fluffy. So, like, I could have done with just he kind of comes back into the picture when his brother's killed. I didn't see his whoever the girl in Sicily dying being some kind of like added motivator for his character or anything. I don't know how consequential the whole thing was to his arc. So,
I mean, I already went over that.
Yeah.
Like how it's more teaching him how to fit as that leader, like mentally.
Just
it's up in the air whether or not how much he like truly cares about her, like his brother.
Just teaching him.
The brother, like the movie makes it very apparent that family is important to like pretty much everybody here.
Yeah, but knowing how little, like, my point is like I don't care about her, but if he doesn't even care about her, then it seems even less like it should be in the movie to me.
So if two characters on screen don't care about each other, I don't know. I don't follow this a whole lot. I
just don't see how it moves anything like forward for anyone. To spend so much time on him in the desert, unless are you saying like that it proves to him that he can't just run and hide and start a new life?
It gives us more of an insight to how he becomes like near the end of the movie. Okay. It like lets us know a lot about his character.
Sure. I guess I didn't have the same experience, so I mean that's cool that you did. So it must have felt pretty well paced for you then.
I wasn't like invested in the girl. I wasn't like, oh no, she blew up. It was like, I like with the whole scene with that. Like, okay, what I noticed. Here's something for you to chew on. The one real like piece of music that we get is the Godfather like motif. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That opens the movie with the trumpet, and then we get the shot of the Don Vito. We get his introduction, what he's about, how we run the business, and we learn all that. And at this point, that same melody plays, but with strings when he's in Sicily.
Mm-hmm.
And it plays many times when he's with her. Right. So with that like association tie with like the motif of the melody, it lets us know that he's transforming into the Godfather more like his father. Yeah. Essentially. Because it's also altered by the end. I forgot what it's playing with. But it's a different instrument again. Right. Or like it's more like full sounding.
Interesting. Food for thought.
Well, so it was why I took that more as like here he is like, coming to terms with like his father, being potentially, not alive and the consequence of his actions, whether or not he should be moving forward or whether or not he should start a new life there. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's nothing that's outright said, but like this is what the character's probably thinking. Sure. This is what the music probably like shows.
Is implying.
It's like he's thinking about this, and like it's also somewhat foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of Vito?
I love him.
Marlon Brando.
I fucking perfect. Such a good performance.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
And yeah. I knew bits and pieces of this movie.
He's kind of the face that you associate with this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He just plays the part so well.
He's a good guy.
Such a visually like, separating character with how he dresses, how he talks.
Right. And he doesn't want to be associated with narcotics and stuff, which I thought was pretty interesting. Since it's the mafia.
Well, it's a transition time for when it was starting to become more of a drug trafficking thing.
Right.
And I mean, mobsters are all about like respect, and class.
Yeah.
They're not like gangsters where they're just more about like turf and, power. Like they obviously care about that, but they, that's how they act.
Right. And were you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, I learned from checking out what Sardonicast had to say. Some cool kind of facts about this. I'll just regurgitate that apparently the mafia was actually involved in like the making of this movie, and that's why the word mafia is never mentioned in the movie. They didn't want it there for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess they're close with some scary people.
I mean, I like how they never did use the word because like they never had to. Like you knew what essentially they were. You knew what kind of stuff they were doing. We didn't need to put a label on it.
Sure, but I guess it is used in the second movie, and it was originally like going to be used. It wouldn't have added or detracted for me, but I thought it was a cool thing to note.
I find that a little bit more tasteful.
I could see that. But I don't know. I mostly thought that it was great. I thought that, Marlon Brando was great as Vito. And he gets taken down by a heart attack eventually. Well, he's playing with his grandson.
Yeah, or his sickness. We don't know if it was a heart attack. Could be.
Yeah, I just saw that on the wiki. So I don't know. Maybe it's
Wikipedia.
Maybe it's specified in the book.
There's a book.
Yeah, apparently this is so 1-to-1 with the book that's why it says like the author's name at the beginning. Like it says the author's Godfather, and I forget his name. So
Nice.
That's why I just said that.
You'll remember directors, but not authors.
Yeah, it was like.
Damn, look at you.
It was like Mario or Marco or something.
Mario.
It might have been.
I forgot people can be named Mario in Italy.
Oh yeah. People can be named Mario anywhere.
I don't know, man. It'd be funny.
I'll do it.
Yeah, name your kid Mario.
I will.
I'll name my kid Luigi.
Okay.
But like I'll make it clear like as soon as like he's old enough to like figure it out, like I'm gone. I'll disappear. I'm going dark.
I'm actually gonna name my kid Waluigi. That'd be a good one.
Cool. Well, ready for Smash, everyone.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought you were looking up who was the writer or something because you pulled up the Letterboxd.
I wanted to see the author's name when it's not here.
Oh no, it should just be listed as a writer probably. But I'm not sure. I guess I'll pull that up too.
I guess we'll both just look at it. Oh, it's the same director. Same as the director. Francis Ford Coppola.
For what?
Oh, wait, no. That's the...
Mario.
Mario
Puzo.
Puzo.
There we go. Yeah.
It had him listed
Mario
as a writer as well.
Yeah. So I guess it's very, very, very faithful to the book. So that's cool. So...
Suck my balls.
I wonder if if 2 and 3 had any blueprint like this one did. You know?
Probably, possibly. I have no clue.
Like as far as like having a book of reference.
Yeah, it might have had another one, but like one and half the size.
Yeah.
Of the regular Godfather, and like let's make that smaller book and split it into 2 movies. Because that's smart. That's the thing we should do. People like the Godfather. Let's do that.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
I'm totally not making an allegory for something else.
No, yeah, I hear you. Though I don't know exactly what you mean. You must mean Lord of the Rings, I guess. But it's not with The Hobbit, is what I mean. But they've done that with a lot of properties, like Didn't they do that with the Hunger Games? Fucking
Just because, why not? You know?
with that with
Why shouldn't we take it?
with fucking Twilight, but no one liked that anyway.
No, they kept pumping out more books. They're like, oh, damn,
And-
this first one went great. Let's do that more.
And Harry Potter, right? Or was there actually a part 1 and part 2 of those books? I don't know. I know
I'm
nothing
pretty
about it.
sure that was also because those books are fucking huge. I don't doubt oh, they ran out of source material like any point.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna shit talk the other ones. It seems like the third one, because I haven't seen them, but it seems like the third one might not be too great, and it seems like the second one might be pretty good.
Yeah, I've always heard the sequels were a bit dodgy.
I might check
Mostly
out
3 though.
Yeah, I might check out the second one. It's got it's like equally as well received apparently.
I think I'm a one and done it.
Yeah.
Because then if I get to the second one, I'm gonna be like, oh, but what about the third one? And then I'm gonna have to experience a bad Godfather movie.
Yeah, I don't know about.
I don't know if I want to do that.
I don't know if I'd go the third just because it's 15 years later. It definitely seems like it came much.
Yeah, but if I do
later.
2, I might do 3 is the thing.
Sure.
If I take 1, it's like I can cash out early, you know? I don't have to be too invested.
Right. The only reason I wouldn't watch the second one is because it's 3 hours and 20 minutes. Whew.
That is a thick runtime.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed us talking about The Godfather in brief sections. It is a very long movie.
Long and there's a lot.
But our brains are kind of mashed potatoes, I guess.
Yeah. You know, I think it's kind of cool though that this is a short podcast from us.
I'm glad you like that it's shorter.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, we'll have hopefully more to say on the next one, but I always just think that it's best when we say what is relevant and then leave it there. So that's what we're doing. What would you rate it?
A not shit. In fact, it's great. Go watch it. I recommend it. 10 out of 10.
Another one. A 10er. All right. Let's see. So for me, I guess most of our discussion came from like little issues I had, but I guess that's because I wanted to focus on those because everything else is pretty great.
This is the problem when we do movie giants, is that we're just like, yeah, it's good, whatever. Next.
Yeah. So most of it I thought was pretty fantastic. That's something I didn't even mention, that like fucking horse head scene. Love that.
Oh yeah, great.
The horse head in the bed. Anyway,
Well, I'll make him offer we can't refuse.
that too, and we got the meme. The meme line delivered very differently than I always had pictured in my head.
That's pretty much how I pictured
Look
it.
how they massacred my boy. No, I had no idea
I fucking love that part too.
I had no idea he spoke like that.
Such a stoic fucking Godfather, a Don.
But it's funny.
He's killed so many people. See him break his facial composure.
Yeah, it's funny that I knew that one of his boys was gonna die just because of that. So okay, yes. It's got potential to go up when I know more, but I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for now. So it's as good as Wallace and Gromit. Great.
Sure, let's blow out this candle then.
Join
Join us next week where
No. We give our recommendations.
Oh
here.
right,
What
we
are you
still have
talking about?
recommendations. I forgot.
Yeah, what are you talking
Silly me.
about? Yeah, you were excited to give it.
What was?
Yeah, I thought so. Maybe not.
I mean, unless I can make you play Minecraft.
I mean, it's your recommendation.
I'm not gonna make you play that game. You'll hate it.
Well,
If it's me first,
it's not. So what's
okay. Then fucking
that?
you do this. You're like, let's get him talking about like this one first, and like for a good transition, and then like it's actually the opposite what we're gonna talk about.
Well, if you listen back, you'll hear that you brought up I could make you do Minecraft, and then I was like, no.
That's true. I did.
Yeah. So actually, what am I gonna give you? I didn't I didn't really think this.
Yeah, you didn't even prepare. Wow.
Mm-mm.
We really just tossed the mics on. We're like, okay, time to spread our other holes and then just spew stuff.
Yeah, I thought we were doing something else today, so it's kind of funny. I'm gonna give you an album, I know that. I'm gonna give you fuck it. Let's do one I haven't really listened to in a while. I'm gonna give you Nirvana. Unplugged. That's
fucking sick.
Yeah, Unplugged in MTV Unplugged. I don't know what the
MTV
actual
Unplugged.
fucking name is. I don't know if you know it.
Yeah, I know it.
Okay, cool. It's
Why? Why?
it's my favorite one. So I guess
see.
it's a spoil. I like it better than any full studio album of theirs, so let's talk about it. Why
Damn,
not?
now that sounds like a hot take.
Really?
I don't know.
Probably.
Kind of.
Probably.
I feel
Well,
like it's gotta.
I guess I don't care. So, Nirvana Unplugged. And what do you got for me?
Sick. You've been looking for it for a while. I keep forgetting about it, Coraline. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. 2 weeks for that.
Yeah, watch it. Watch it twice. Go to watch it twice for me.
Yeah. And next week, yeah, we're going to talk about our top 10 bands because it's episode 50.
Yeah, and the funny thing is we don't know if I have 10, so that's going to be the real revealer of the podcast for me.
Yeah, it's going to be fun for me to do. It's going to be a challenge for me to do. And I'm looking forward to it. I think 50 is a milestone. So, there's only so many things. Top 10 games, top 10 bands, top 10 albums, top 10 fucking movies. It's
top
going to
10
be
orders at Taco Bell.
Yeah. There's only
Actually, no, there's less than 10. Top 10 orders at Arby's.
Yeah. There's only so many big giants that we can do, so and we're probably not going to hit like 200 episodes. So we might as well use 50 to do one of them, and then yeah. That's what we're doing.
Your
top 10 bands.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed any parts of the conversation. Let us know if you want to just contribute anything. I want to say discuss and contribute, and I almost said distribute.
If you want to distribute anything.
If you want to distribute any of those narcotics, don't hit up the Corleone family.
Yeah.
That's what we learned today. That's the moral of the story.
Nice.
Do drugs, kids.
Nice little short one for y'all. And we'll see you.
After Gromit died, Wallace got to a real hard cheese addiction. Don't do it. He got real fat. All right.
I remember that.
We'll see you in the next
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah. 50.
See you later.
We'll blow out this candle.